So I would like to go to the project now, and for that I would like to invite Cornelia Steiner. And so let's take a look first at the first project, Muse, and Cornelia Steiner, who is from the Geological Survey of Austria. She will explain how she and her team are supporting the development of shallow geothermal sources as a way to effectively decarbonize heating and cooling demand in the urban environment. Cornelia, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir, for the kind introduction. I will tell you more about the Muse project. In Muse, we deal with shallow geothermal energy in urban areas. Shallow geothermal energy has a high potential to decarbonize heating and cooling and domestic hot water. It is a stable energy source that is generally available everywhere, and it consumes only little surface space. There are many different ways how to use shallow geothermal energy. In Muse, we focus on the groundwater heat exchangers and borehole heat exchangers. Those are the most common technologies in Europe. It is especially important to look at the use of shallow geothermal energy in urban areas, because more than 75% of Europe's population live there. So with this high population density comes a high heating and cooling demand, as well as a high number of subsurface installations. So subsurface management is required in order to ensure a sustainable and efficient use of shallow geothermal energy. Some European countries already have high numbers of those installations, as you can see here on the right side in this table. In other countries, the markets are still growing, and here the awareness of this technology is very low. However, we know that to some extent this is true also for countries with established markets. In Muse, we want to change this and foster the use of shallow geothermal energy. Therefore, we have assembled a consortium consisting of 15 countries representing all different market stages. This allows us to consider the different needs and to share experiences. In our participating countries, please go to the next slide. In the participating countries, we selected cities as pilot areas. In those cities, we are investigating where the technologies can be used and to what extent. Therefore, we conduct field measurements, process and analyze data. With the collected datasets, we test our compiled workflows. They are intended to become standards about how to show resources of shallow geothermal energy. The Muse web information system is part of the EGDI platform. It will show the results as resource and limitation of use maps and also provide open access to data. The workflows themselves will be provided too, because we encourage copycats to apply our workflows elsewhere inside and outside of Europe. One main use of the platform is therefore to transfer the project outcomes to the stakeholders. But we also want to set an example for future platforms on shallow geothermal energy. It is a basic prototype that can be improved and extended in follow-up activities. Such a web information system can also play an important role in the management of shallow geothermal energy resources. It connects two cycles that describe this management process. On the right-hand side, you see the implementation cycle that shows the life cycle of the individual installations. In the planning phase, data is taken from the web information system, for example, the resource maps. And then later, in the operating phase, monitoring data feeds back into the web information system and further into the management cycle, which includes, for example, policy plans that you see on the right side, on the left side. Ideally, those two cycles turn smoothly and push each other, meaning that monitoring and other experiences from existing installations feed into the management plans, and the management facilitates an efficient and sustainable use of shallow geothermal energy. However, in Muse, we identified barriers and challenges that block those turning wheels. So, for example, we do not have a harmonized language for shallow geothermal energy, and only a few countries have a legal definition of shallow geothermal energy, as this map shows us. And sometimes the legal framework is very complex with time-consuming licensing procedures and so on. In Muse, we are suggesting ways how to overcome these barriers. One main tool for this will be a general guideline for integrating and managing the use of shallow geothermal energy in urban areas, another important output of Muse.